From WTNC Knoxville, Fox 43 10 o'clock news starts now.
Oh, it's certainly one of our larger breaks that we've had in the recent past.
The city is still reeling after a water main break at the heart of Knoxville tonight. An up-close look at the city's aging infrastructure. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm Beth Haynes.
And I'm John Becker, in tonight for Robin Wilhoit. We want to take a picture of this in full screen if we can show you. This is that water main break that happened last night, and you can see the force of that water coming out at least 15 to 20 feet in the air, because that is a good perspective that we're seeing from the light post there right next to the John H. Coleman Company, and you can see the amount of water just flowing down the street from there, Beth. Yeah,
just a remarkable image there. Nearly 24 hours later, crews continue to work on a water main break. This break shut down a part of downtown Knoxville, happening around 11:45 last night, as we showed you at the corner of State and Main Streets.
KUB says it will be repairing this break, but it's going to be a slow process because of all the utility lines in that area. We're going to turn to reporter Heidi Wigdahl, who joins us live from downtown, just above that work. Heidi, what can you tell us tonight?
Well, John and Beth, crews are working around the clock. You can definitely hear it and see it. Just to my left, you can see the break created a huge hole. So on top of all the utility work, they're going to have to fix the road as well. And because it happened in downtown, it becomes more difficult. While crews work to fix a water main break, they're also trying to figure out the cause. The cast iron pipe is from the 1920s.
It was a 1927 vintage pipe. But for the water industry, that's not uncommon to have that age of a pipe.
KUB construction manager Tracy Hayes says many pipes like this are spread throughout the downtown system and checked through KUB's Century 2 program that monitors and replaces older pipes.
We'll go through a routine inspection program, especially of our valves, looking at our key valves on a regular basis. And inspecting different pipes throughout the system.
Hayes' biggest concern is the location of the break in the heart of Knoxville. This map shows the utilities in this area: electric, storm and sanitary sewer, water, telephone, and gas. It's a key intersection where 12 utility lines are located in close proximity.
There was some other utilities in the area damaged, the traffic signals. We have, again, multiple electric lines in the area, so we have to dig safely. And it slows you down as you're digging around multiple utilities. It's just a slow process in the downtown area.
Once those repairs are finished, KUB will have to focus on the road.
It's going to take some time. We're going to have to remove some of the existing pavement that was buckled due to the pressure of the water, and that takes time to remove all of that old asphalt and then to resurface.
They expect work to continue through the weekend. Several roads are closed. Main Street from Gay Street to the James White Parkway ramp, and State Street near Cumberland Avenue to Dwight Kessel Garage. Some KUB customers in the area are still without water. It's expected that they will be without water at least through Friday, if not into the weekend as well. Beth and John.
What a project. Thank you, Heidi Wigdahl, live for us tonight. And tonight, several companies are still in cleanup mode after that massive water main break.
We're going to have to keep an eye on this because this could definitely be a problem.
Several businesses in this building had to close since there's no running water downstairs. The owner is dealing with flooding and worried about more water seeping in. Next door, it's mud-caked floors. The John H. Coleman Company was also hit hard. That heating and air conditioning business is still open but has to move its administrative offices to the owner's home.
When I got here, it was like reverse Niagara Falls. The underground of the road washed into our building, so all the silt and the mud and the gravel all in here. So it's pretty totaled inside.
That business there since 1945, and across the street, employees in the BB&T building had to head down across covered walkways to use the restroom. The 24-story skyscraper is home to dozens of companies that are without running water tonight.
And perhaps the repair of that water main break could be even more challenging tomorrow as storms that we're seeing to the west of us move into our area with storms and showers in the morning and afternoon.
We're going to check in with Chief Meteorologist Todd Howell for more on the weather picture. Hey, Todd.
Hey, John and Beth, thank you so much. Let's get right to your morning commute forecast first, right here on Fox 43. Hope you're having a great night. Breezy and mild at 5 a.m., 62 degrees in the morning, a low of 59. That's it, only near 60. And we've still got a breezy and very mild flow right now. Mostly cloudy at 7 a.m. 9 a.m. scattered thunder showers will be possible. Now, we're going to take a look at our model forecast coming up in just a few moments. They've slowed down the arrival of the first round of storms by several hours or more. So it may take until mid to late morning till we see that first round of thunder showers moving in. It could be on the plateau, though, beforehand, between about 8, 9, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. But looks like as we go through the morning, that first round of thunder showers is going to be sliding in. Much more on that coming up. Here's a check of Skywatch 10 radar. We're looking at dry conditions right now, but look up in Kentucky, London, Kentucky. You've got thunderstorms, heavy rain, some gusty winds nearby. And I tell you what, there's been a batch of showers and storms just lingering across much of south central Kentucky and into the coal fields throughout much of the evening. And that's where most of the activity continues to be confined tonight. That will change as we get into our Friday as a cold front approaches. We're talking about a windy day with scattered showers and storms tomorrow. We'll pick it up there and be back with your full forecast in just a few moments, John and Beth.
All right, we'll talk to you then. Thanks so much, Todd.
4 East Tennessee teenagers are behind bars tonight, facing charges stemming from a murder investigation after an 11-hour manhunt.
Officials say 16-year-old Zach Blanchard killed his father in Greene County last night. 15-year-olds Liam Lawler, Daniel Richards Birchfield, and 16-year-old Shelby Riley joined him at some point and drove to South Carolina. It's unclear if these three knew about the murders.
The Greene County Sheriff's Office says the search started late last night after deputies found 36-year-old Robert Blanchard dead from a gunshot wound inside his home. They learned the group was headed to South Carolina and alerted authorities in that area. This afternoon, deputies in Newberry, South Carolina, did arrest the group without resistance.
One of the juveniles was upset, as you would think a juvenile would be upset having going through that ordeal, running with a murderer, being chased by a heavily armed law enforcement with helicopters and dogs. He would react like I would think a 16-year-old would react, but the other two, they were pretty hard.
The teenagers are being held at the Newberry County, South Carolina Sheriff's Office. Investigators still don't have a motive for the shooting.
The man convicted of killing an East Tennessee police officer has received a stay of execution. A jury convicted 35-year-old Nicholas Johnson of first-degree murder after he shot Bristol police officer Mark Vance in the head in November 2004. According to the Tennessee Administrative Office of the Courts, Johnson was granted a post-conviction relief, which delays his execution. There are 76 inmates in Tennessee on death row, but the state hasn't executed an inmate since December 2009.
A project meant to redevelop a heavily used street in Knoxville is on hold once again. City leaders told us today no contractors have stepped forward to bid on phase 1 of the Cumberland Avenue Streetscapes project.
John Henry joins us now in the Information Center. John, the city said it's unsure what went wrong. They knew they had some interest.
That's correct, Beth. The city said it plans to talk to contractors to learn what they disliked about the initial proposal. This puts all of phase 1 into limbo currently. That part of the streetscape project focused on adding utilities and widening sidewalks in this portion of the strip between 22nd Street and Alcoa Highway. But now the city's unsure as to when work will finally start up. Nero's Heroes just relocated its business to the Cumberland Avenue Strip.
We've just been here about 3 days.
And so far things are going great.
I'll tell you what, it's fun.
Owner Imad Al-Jaber believes business could get even better too once the city redevelops the entirety of the strip. He thinks widening sidewalks and cutting down the amount of lanes here from 4 to 3 could ultimately lead to more foot traffic.
I think it will help. I don't think it will hurt us.
But he's also a little disappointed. He won't get a sneak peek of what's to come for his business. Nero's is located where the second phase of the project will take place, just blocks away from the now delayed phase 1.
I was hoping to see what kind of outcome we're going to get out of it.
City Redevelopment Director Bob Wetzel said the city of Knoxville is trying to find a solution.
We had 4 contractors that came to our pre-bid meeting, so we want to go back, talk with them, understand what it was that concerned them about bidding on this project. It's a very important project for us to to change the face of Cumberland Avenue.
There is some good news, though. While Phase 1 is on hold, Phase 2 is not. The city is still hoping to begin work there by the end of football season, and Al Jaber said he can't wait to see what happens.
I'm hoping for a market square in here somehow.
Because he believes things here are still moving in the right direction. The city originally hoped the project would take just 6 months to complete. John Beck.
All right, should be interesting to see how this develops. Thanks so much, John Henry.
And tonight, city leaders met to discuss how to redevelop the northern portion of downtown Knoxville. The city invited developers and downtown residents to offer their ideas on how to reshape the 500 block of West Jackson Avenue. The McClung warehouses sat on that block before a fire in February badly damaged that structure. Crews tore down the building after a couple of weeks. Tonight, Mayor Ruggiero listened to proposals for the area. Some of tonight's ideas included turning Jackson Corridor into a residential area or using it for parking. Others said it should be used as a greenway. One official says it's just important that the public is satisfied whatever decision is made.
We have in the city, there's lots of public interest in it, and it's going to be, whatever we do is going to be here for decades and decades, and we've got to get the wisdom of the public, the ideas of the public, and make sure that we're in line with what the general community vision is before we proceed.
Again, the city says it will use the ideas from tonight's discussion to help craft a request for proposal. They expect that to go out sometime later this summer.
TDOT revealed new details today on a massive $1.5 billion transportation program that will help clear up traffic problems for millions of Tennesseans. The 3-year plan will cover 59 infrastructure projects and 14 statewide programs. TDOT's plan will fund improvements to interstates by adding truck climbing lanes. It will also pay for road resurfacing and bridge repair. Part of the plan includes improvements for one high-interest area in North Knoxville. The plan will pay for a new interchange at I-640 at Broadway. TDOT says the changes will help traffic run smoothly and increase access to businesses.
When we come back, we return to Todd, who talks about a windy forecast and when we'll see some rain as well as some sunshine.
And a women's wonderland with wine, jewelry, and high fashion, all for a good cause. We're going to explain when we return.
And yeah, the selfie, well, the White House says it's not so happy. Why? We'll explain.